Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the podcast Talks with Graceboy, a channel where we have sparking and innovative conversation that shapes perspective through advocacy, music, faith, etc. etc. Today, on episode 24, we are going to discuss a critical topic affecting Nigerian youth, which is mental health in Nigerian youth. I'm with our special guest, Nurse Reuben, and he is going to take us in this journey. But before we dive in, don't touch that dial.
Audio Jungle.
Okay, Nurse Reuben, it's really a pleasure to have you right here with us in the studio. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much, Grace. It's truly an honor to be here. I'm doing very well and I am excited for this conversation because mental health is an area where we must keep bringing to the forefront, especially for the young people in Nigeria.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. So, Nurse Reuben, before we dive into our today's topic, could you please introduce yourself and share us a little background about yourself and your expertise in mental health?
Yeah, my name is Nurse Reuben Markus. I'm a nurse midwife, a public health specialist, and an infection prevention and control specialist with years of experience working in critical care, emergency response, and public health programs across Nigeria. So beyond clinical work, I am passionate about youth development, community health, and advocacy. And I have been involved in various health promotion activities, research, and leadership development programs. And I am committed to improving the well-being of Nigerian youth physically, mentally, and socially.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction. Moving on, our topic for today is mental health in Nigerian youth. So, Nurse Reuben, I would like to ask you, what does the term mental health means to you, and how can you explain it to our listeners today?
To me, mental health means a state of emotional, psychological, and social well-being that enables a person to handle stress, relate well with others, and make meaningful decisions. So it's not just the absence of mental illness, it's about how we think, how we feel, and how we respond to life challenges. Good mental health is the foundation for productivity, healthy relationship, and overall quality of life.
Yes, wow, yeah. Good mental health is the foundation for productivity, relationship, etc., etc. Well, that's interesting so far. So, navigating to your own personal experiences, how could you describe the current mental state of the mental health of Nigerian youth?
The mental health situation among Nigerian youth today is concerning. Many young people are dealing with enormous pressure, like insurgency, economic instability, unemployment, poverty, insecurity, and even climate change. In the Northeast especially, young people have witnessed trauma, displacement, and constant uncertainty. When you combine this with high expectation, limited opportunities, and social pressure, it results in increased anxiety, depression, substance abuse, and feelings of hopelessness.
Yeah, exactly. Like you mentioned, the youth are currently facing a lot, coupled with the fact that the economy is not favorable, and then the death threat of the insurgency, etc., etc. It's not easy at all. It's not easy. But moving on, you mentioned several socio-economic factors affecting the Nigerian youth mental health. How do you think such factors like unemployment, insecurity, poverty are affecting the mental well-being of the young people in Nigeria?
Socio-economic factors determine how young people cope with stress. So let's look at unemployment. Unemployment makes the youth to feel powerless and uncertain about their futures. And secondly, I think poverty affects self-esteem and creates daily survival stress. So, and lastly, I think insecurity and insurgency exposed many to trauma, loss, and displacement. All these factors gradually drain mental strength, leading to emotional exhaustion, frustration, and even risky behaviors. So, mental health cannot be isolated from the environment a young person is growing in.
What advice will you give to Nigerian youth on how to navigate these challenges and prioritize their mental health? Are there any strategies or skills they can acquire to build resilience and cope with the stress?
My advice is simple but practical. First of all, we need to talk about our feelings. So don't bottle things up. It's very important to share your feelings. So, and secondly, we need to build a strong support network. Have a friends, mentors, families, and following that, I think we need to set realistic goals, things that are achievable, and avoid comparing ourselves with others. So, and we need to engage in meaningful activities like volunteering, exercise, community work, or creative arts. So, and learning resilience skills such as problem solving skills, emotional regulation, and time management will also help. Reducing social media pressure and focus on your growth, because nowadays when you check on what is happening on social media, if you are not mentally stable, it will add more pressure to you and you will be mentally drained. So we need to focus on our growth. Mental health is a journey and every small step counts.
Every steps count. Yeah, thank you, Nurse Reuben, for that one. Currently in Nigeria, there's often a stigma in seeking for mental health support. How can we encourage young people to seek help when they need it? And what resources are available for those struggling with mental health related issues?
Yes, stigma is still a major barrier. Many people fear being judged or labeled. We can encourage young people to seek help by promoting open conversation around mental health, teaching that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness at all. Creating safe space in schools, communities, and religious centers. So for support, young people can reach out to community health facilities, psychologists and counselors, youth-friendly service or NGOs, especially like education as vaccine. Reach out to nurses, mental health nurses. We have online mental or virtual mental health platforms and trusted healthcare worker in most of our communities. Say they will be of great help.
Yeah, so thank you so much for that one. Now, how can skills acquisition and personal development contribute to improved mental health in Nigerian youth and all the youth around the world?
Skills acquisition build confidence, purpose, and independence, all of which improve mental health. When a young person learns a skills, whether ICT, tailoring, writing, leadership, entrepreneur, or digital marketing, they feel empowered. It reduces the pressure of unemployment, strengthens resilience, and gives them hope. So I strongly recommend skills that promote self-reliance, creativity, and adaptability.
Yeah, that's interesting, and it's taking me to my next point, which is what role can caregivers, parents, family members play in supporting the mental health of the Nigerian youth?
Parents and caregivers play a critical role. They should create an environment where young people feel safe to express themselves. Look out for warning signs such as withdrawal, sudden anger, loss of interest, substance abuse or substance use, and change in sleep or appetite. And as well, avoid comparing children to others. Offer encouragement, empathy, and understanding. Seek professional help early when changes become persistent. A supportive home can prevent many mental health crises.
All right, so finally, what message of hope would you like to share to our dear Nigerian youth who are under the sound of your voice, that will give them hope about mental health and their future? What steps can they take to build a more stronger, resilient tomorrow?
To every young Nigerian listening, your struggles are valid, but so is your strength. Despite the challenges, you have the power to shape your future. Take every day one step at a time. Build yourself, surround yourself with positive people, and never stop believing that things can get better. So your story is still unfolding, and there is so much hope ahead.
Yeah, exactly. That was very powerful. Nurse Reuben, as we wrap up this powerful conversation, is there anything you would like to leave as key takeaway, most especially to the Nigerian youth under the sound of your voice? Maybe it could be like a word of encouragement or anything literally coming from you that will motivate them and carry them along in this journey of life, and how to navigate these mental health issues and how to carry it along, and possibly anything that comes to your mind.
My key takeaways message: is mental health is as important as physical health. Be intentional about your emotional well-being. Stay connected, seek help when necessary, and never underestimate your potential. To the Nigerian youth, you are capable, you are resilient, and your future holds unlimited possibility. Thank you very much. I'm Nurse Reuben Markus.
Nurse Reuben, sir, we thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for creating time to inspire the young people outside there and people battling with mental health. Really is a powerful conversation, and you can tell, and I can tell, and everybody can tell, even our listeners can tell that this is a very powerful conversation. And we hope and pray that our youth outside there who are going through a lot will find a way, a means, and hope to survive and keep thriving, and God is going to help us through. And we call it a wrap. And don't forget, up next is episode 25 featuring Mrs. Halima Daniel. You don't want to miss that, I know. See you on the next episode. Akamu kasaba.